Und hallo zurück zu Final Fantasy 16, Episode 81. Wir sind jetzt hier, ja, hier halt und gehen jetzt die Mission verrückt nach Wissenschaft machen. Oh, Moment, ich will mal kurz schauen. Habe ich hier drüben schon alles erforscht? Wahrscheinlich. Ja, das sind 3 Sachen, die ich dafür erledigen muss. Und eine davon ist eben hier in diesen felsigen Gebieten. Das Echo von Kruschit steht hier. So nennt sich das. Ja. Die letzte Episode waren wir ja hauptsächlich auf in dem Versteck. Und hier machen wir jetzt auch die Nebenmission erstmal weiter. Um erstmal ein bisschen wieder runterzukommen. Von der aufregenden letzten Folge. Finden wir mal das hier. What? Okay. Ich habe gar nicht auf meine Energie geachtet. Haben die mich einfach fertig gemacht. Unfassbar.
Let's go.
Habe ich aber ja einfach nicht hochgeguckt auf die Energieleiste. Das passiert mir ja öfter mal tatsächlich, dass ich da einfach mal nicht hingucke, weil das Spiel normalerweise eigentlich relativ einfach ist. Gut. Sphärisches Echo. So, schauen wir mal. Sphärisches Echo. Zweifellos hatten die Gefallenen einen anderen Zweck für diese Erfindung im Sinn, als einen Schmelzofen damit auszukleiden. Wahrscheinlich würden sie uns dafür auslachen, so wie heutzutage ein Mensch über einen Goblin lachen würde, der ein sorgfältig gefeiltes Zahnrad als Hutschmuck benutzt. So, schauen wir mal. Dann also hier. Schauen wir mal hier, ist das? Ja. Dann würde ich sagen, ja, gehen wir von hier los. Genau hier durch. Ja, es war ja auch so ein verlassener Ort hier. Wie lange her, als wir hier das erste Mal waren. So, hätten wir das einfach mal gemacht.
Good girl. Run like the wind.
Also Bomber sind schon ganz schön hardcore. Oh nee. Oh, ich bin richtig dumm. Aber Moment, vielleicht komme ich da gar nicht lang, weil das diese Brücke ist. Ah, ich kann jetzt einfach hier weiter.
Alright.
Wollte ich den kürzeren Weg gehen und gehe jetzt den extrem langen Weg. Aber so kann ich hier mir ein paar Dornmuschelschalen, oder was jetzt stand, holen und ja. So. Kann ich mich langsam links halten.
Damn it. The whole village is turned. No need to ride from here.
Arischer Minenarbeiter. Moment, ich muss mal kurz gucken, wenn ich gedrückt halte, kommt Feuer. Das ist mir noch gar nicht aufgefallen. Also man hat halt Feuer, ne? Also Feuer, wenn ich gedrückt halte. Feuer, geil. Kann ich? Muss ich gleich mal gucken, ob ich... Magieladung, wahrscheinlich nicht Feuer. Nee, schade. Das wäre natürlich richtig cool, wenn ich auch noch Feuer hätte. Warte mal, war ich hier schon mal gewesen in diesem Ort? Ja, wahrscheinlich. Weil die Map ist ja hier schon freigelegt. So.
Fly, Ambrosia. All right. You deserve a rest. It's over.
Okay, so. Jetzt hier aber noch weitergehen. Oh, hier. War hier schon? Ja, ist offen. Okay. Na dann.
No holding back.
Wow. So, das müsste es eigentlich gewesen sein. Nee, war es nicht. Okay. Aber das. So.
Two down, one to go.
Okay. Dann. Hier so. Nordstedt. Hier hinten. Da gehe ich mal, ja, gehe ich mal hier hin.
Nothing like a little unrest to fill the coffers, eh?
Let the dame hear you say that.
Do you see anything you like?
50.000.
And a fine, fine day to you.
Why, your stall is as ripe as a midden heap.
It's my damn bearer. He's gone and lost the touch.
The dame certainly has a way with the men of the garrison. If only all our problems could be solved so easily.
Soldiers too craven to fight. Stark naught, the lot of them. Weren't till a woman dealt them a swift knee to the stones that they came to their senses.
Let have us believe these ghosts have been exorcised.
There were ghosts at the gates not days ago, and now you'd have us believe they're just gone?
I would. And I'd thank you to trust us. Unless you fancy picking up a sword yourself.
I heard the dame got an icon to rid the meadows of those ghosts.
Oh, come now. She surely cannot count a dominant amongst her clients. Can she?
I heard it was the Dreadworm himself that brought the fire down on the Dominion.
Then the rumors are true. Prince Dion's usurped the Holy Throne.
Ja, ganz so ist es wohl nicht gewesen. Denke ich.
Faster!
So, ich kann dem Glitzern einfach nicht widerstehen.
right.
Auch wenn nur Schrott hier rumliegt. Aber wenn man sich das mal so überlegt, eigentlich ergibt es ja auch Sinn. Ne? Weil, wer würde denn schon wertvolle Sachen irgendwo liegen lassen? Vor allem mitten in der Welt. Ne?
Be safe.
Hier ist ja noch einer.
That's all of them. Owen can uncross his toes now.
So, gut. Dann, ja, eigentlich könnte man ja auch schon die nächsten Missionen annehmen. Wenn wir eh hier sind. Ich meine, mehr als 3 wird es ja da nicht anzeigen, oder? An der rechten Seite ist ja auch egal. Mal schauen, vielleicht muss ich hier nochmal einen Rundgang machen, vielleicht haben die alle neue Dialoge.
You needn't fret. The creatures have been dealt with.
Ja, das kenne ich schon.
Those things I said before about not being able to fight.
You didn't mean them. I know. That's not the man you are. The man I love.
Ich glaube, das kenne ich schon.
So many were injured. Only by the grace of the goddess did so few succumb to their wounds.
I'd say it was more the grace of the dame. But help's help, eh?
Oh, Clive. What am I to do? My wards and I may soon be without a home.
What's happened?
The High Cardinal has descended from his lofty throne and taken up residence here in Northreach.
The High Cardinal?
Leader of the Council of Elders, second only to his Radiance at the head of the Imperial government. Not that any of those things still exist. Now he goes by his noble title, the Duke of Oriflamme.
And what does he want with Northreach?
He wants to transform it into a military stronghold, a foundation upon which to build a new Sambrec. He's already secured the support of the various army remnants, with promises that they shall be afforded the respect they deserve in his empire. One built on the confiscated property of the people.
He would rob the populace to pay for it.
Believe me, I have used every means of persuasion to discourage him from this folly. But for whatever reason, he will not listen to me.
What does Captain Philippe make of this? When the town was under attack, it was him the soldiers rallied around. Couldn't he use that influence again?
How? By speaking out against one of the most powerful men in Sambrec. A man whose stated aim is to revive the empire Philippe's comrades swore to serve, and to improve the soldiers' lot within it. The captain can offer them a regular supply of gruel, and an occasional trip to the Vale to help them forget the terrors they face each day. The Duke offers them a vision of strength and safety. No. Any attempt to incite mutiny would cost Philippe the support of his men, if it did not cost him his life. But given the mood around town, mutiny may yet be unavoidable. The People have little appetite for further deprivation. Least of all when it serves only to elevate others.
And who could blame them?
Clive, would you appeal to the Duke on my behalf? For your services to Northreach, you have the respect of the soldiers, and they will take you to His Eminence if you ask them. And unlike Philippe, no bonds of loyalty prevent you from speaking your mind to the man. Well, will you try? You could hardly fare any worse than I did.
Ein neues Joch für Isabel mit dem Herzog sprechen. Ich werde es versuchen. Ja, in einer anderen Episode habe ich mich gefragt, wer Isabel nochmal war, aber ja, das ist hier die Madame.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you, Clive.
Tell me then, where will I find this Duke of Oriflamme? In the garrison?
Overseeing the troops, yes.
All right. Wish me luck.
Auftrag angenommen. Okay, dann werde ich den direkt verfolgen und dann den gleich machen.
The fact that the soldiers trust you may well carry some weight with the Duke. He needs their support after all. I only hope that you can make him see sense before he tears the town apart.
Okay, ich habe jetzt irgendwie nicht richtig zugehört, muss ich sagen. Deswegen muss ich nochmal gucken. Der Herzog von Oriflamme will sich für seine Ambitionen am Besitz der Bewohner Nordschitts bedienen. Isabel bittet Clive, ihn von seinem Vorhaben abzubringen, bevor er noch einen Aufstand auslöst. Ach so, okay.
I may have met this Duke before, at the Remembrance Ceremony. Let's hope I didn't make a strong impression.
If it's a captain you're after, he's on patrol. Though there's not been much to see out there since you took care of those devils up in Moor.
Okay.
Halt. Oh, sorry about that. You're the dame's man, aren't you? You got some business with the captain?
No, actually. With the Duke. I was hoping I might be able to speak with him.
We're under orders not to let any civilians pass. But you should be all right. His Eminence has heard all about you and your heroics. Wait here. I'll go and ask.
So, you are the sellsword who lent his aid to the garrison. The Empire owes you a debt, and I shall see it repaid. But tell me, is it wealth that you seek, or favor?
Neither, Your Eminence. I thought only to inquire about your plan to turn Northreach into a stronghold.
Ah, I see. You are worried the expanded garrison will render your services redundant. Yet you needn't be. A proud fighting man like yourself shall always have a place here. Pride of place, in fact. For too long has the contribution of the noble soldier been under-reckoned. But no more. For it is they who shall see the Holy Empire rebuilt, beginning right here in Northreach.
Why here, Your Eminence?
The town has been fortunate enough to escape largely unscathed from the recent troubles. Her defenses are sound, and her garrison well prepared. Which is more than can be said for Oriflamme or Twinside. The Empire wants for a capital, and I believe Northreach to be the perfect place. With Caer Norvent as her citadel. Once we have seen to the refortification of both the town and the castle, we need only build a wall around both to create a city that would be the envy of the twins. Plans are already underway for the construction. Soon enough, these thralls shall learn that they are no match for the might of Sanbreque.
I fear you underestimate how dangerous these creatures are, Your Eminence. Should they return in force, you will need all the people of Northreach to come together in defense of the town. Something they may be loath to do if they've been deprived of their worldly goods.
The people will do as their leaders command. If Sanbreque is to be rebuilt, she will require a functioning government. One whose authority is beyond question. That is why this levy is necessary. So that any man who wishes to join the army might do so and be fed, outfitted, and paid as befits a defender of the Empire. And yet there are those who persist in peddling the treasonous lie that I seek to steal from the people and drive them from their homes.
I suspect they're afraid of losing what little they have left.
Precisely. The common folk have little and less, and you mean to deprive them of even that. You would sow the seeds of your new empire in your own salted earth.
Sabine, we have discussed this.
Yes, and I told you then how putting the empire before her citizens would lead only to revolt.
Without an empire, there are no citizens.
And in yours, there will be only beggars. Is that what Griga wills for her people?
Do not take her name in vain, Sabine.
I'll come back later. A citizens' revolt. I wonder what the people really think of the Duke's plan. It wouldn't hurt to ask them, I suppose. Let's begin with those on the other side of the wall.
Sabine, you are embarrassing me.
You're embarrassing yourself.
I left everything in the capital. What am I to do? Where am I to go?
You don't have to go anywhere. The Dame will see you taken care of.
As long as you remain, the Veil will see to your needs.
Okay, dann gehe ich halt mal ein paar Leute fragen. Oh, die sind alle draußen.
The legionaries lay limp and lorn. Both heads and swords hung low. But at her touch they did rise up to meet their blue-eyed foe.
All right there. What is it you're after, sir?
Just your opinion, actually. I wondered what you thought of the Duke of Oriflamme.
Oh, him. Not much. None of us traders do. It's thanks to nobles like him that we had to set up shop this side of the wall in the first place. Couldn't have the rabble getting any closer to the holy capital, could they? And now he's trying to drive us out completely, threatening to take everything we got from us if we don't clear off. If the Dame said she wanted him run out of town, I'd be straight through that checkpoint, tar bucket in hand. The Duke might have soldiers at his beck and call, but us common folk follow the Dame, and no one else.
I got peppers to numb your tongue and put fire in your belly. Would you, care for a taste? Hey?
Lecker. Ich liebe scharfes Essen. Ich habe jetzt neulich mal solche Habanero-Chips gegessen. Mit 200.000 Scoville. Und ich muss sagen, das sind ungefähr 100.000 zu viel für mich. Also, es ist schon geil. Aber und ich vertrage es eigentlich gut. Also, es brennt nicht zweimal. So wie viele immer sagen. Aber in der Schnauze halt brennt es ordentlich. Aber ich liebe das halt. Aber 100.000 hätten es auch getan. Ich habe 6 Stück, also 6 solche Chips hintereinander gegessen. Und ich musste ein bisschen weinen. Ja, Also einer geht, dann 5 Minuten warten und dann noch einer, aber hintereinander weg. Schwierig.
I've been hearing a lot of talk about a certain duke.
Nothing good, I'll wager. Going around acting like he owns the place. And with hardly a word to the dame. This is her town, not his.
I take it you'd rather she was in charge.
As far as I'm concerned, she still is. Just need his eminence to sod off back to Oriflamme. The dame actually cares about this town, unlike the duke. He's only interested in picking our pockets to line his own.
Why, your stall is as ripe.
Also es zeichnete sich ab, dass die Madame hier wohl vielleicht einfach die Chefin sein sollte.
A question, if you don't mind. What do you think of the Duke of Oriflamme?
Don't get me started. You build a life for yourself somewhere, earning for some noble to turn up and tell you you've got to hand it all over to him. If he thinks his name and his chains give him the right to empty our purses, he's in for a rude awakening. We'll do whatever it takes to keep what's ours. Whatever it takes.
Well, the people seem united enough. What about the soldiers?
If he comes calling, the only thing I'm giving the Duke of Oriflamme's a piece of my mind. Maybe a smack in the gob.
Ja, werden jetzt die Soldaten komplett zu ihm halten? Ist das jetzt so quasi...
There were ghosts at the gates not days ago.
Der moralische Standpunkt? Achso, nee, es ist ja gar kein Soldat. Es ist ja innerhalb der Stadt.
Excuse me, do you have a moment? I wondered if you'd mind sharing your thoughts on the Duke of Oriflamme.
Well, he's made a lot of enemies coming in the way he did. I mean, look around us. You can see the state the realm's in. The traders might not like having the screws put on them, but if they volunteered a few more of their hard-earned gil before things got bad, maybe they wouldn't have to. I think the Duke's got a point when he says rebuilding the Empire's the best way of making sure we're all protected. And if that means people who don't know one end of a sword from another have to make way for those who do, well, that's just how it goes. I mean, it'd be nice if we could all do whatever the hell we wanted and not end up being torn to shreds by a swarm of fiends. But we can't, so we've got to make sacrifices, just like the Duke of Oriflamme says.
It's heartening to see that the Guard have rediscovered their purpose. I just hope they don't do anything stupid. We've lost enough people to those things.
You're the one who was talking to His Eminence.
On the dame's behalf, yes. I was trying to persuade him not to take the people's goodwill for granted, but it seems my words fell on deaf ears. What do you think of his plans?
I'm a soldier, mate. He tells me what to do, not the other way round. Listen, I've got nothing but respect for the dame, but I've got a family to look after. That's where my loyalties lie, not with the town or the Empire, but with my wife and children. If the Duke can get us the men and the equipment we need to fight off those blue-skinned bastards, I don't care how he does it. I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for the dame. But I'm with the Duke on this one. If turning this place into a fortress is what it takes to protect my family, I'll do it.
Sabine, you are embarrassing me.
You're embarrassing yourself.
I hear the Duke of Oriflamme plans to turn this town into some sort of fortress. Do you think that's a good idea?
It's not for me to say.
All I know is that unless the Emperor orders me otherwise, His Eminence's word is law. Look, no one likes all these taxes and tariffs, but empires don't come for free. Once Sanbreque is back on her feet, we'll all reap the benefits.
Let's see what Philippe makes of all this.
Hochgesprungen.
What the common folk don't understand is, this is for them too. Either we turn the Empire back into a force to be reckoned with, or we live in fear the rest of our lives.
Ist hier oben eigentlich noch jemand gewesen? Ich muss mal gucken. Ne, hier war bloß Tagesablauf. Moment, hat sich hier was geändert? Ich glaube nicht. So. Oh, hey.
Once upon a time, there was a man who went to market to buy a bushelful of Gizal greens. When on his way home, a chocobo with a belly as fat as the moon appeared from behind a tree and devoured both bushel and man in one fell gulp. The end.
That's not a very good story. No chocobo can grow that big. Can it?
Ja, der fette Chocobo kann das. Ich glaube, das habe ich schon mal, dieses Gespräch habe ich schon mal gehört in einer anderen Episode. Da habe ich noch gesagt, es gibt den fetten Chocobo, der, wenn man ihm Gisakraut gibt, die erscheint und dann Items von jemandem aufbewahrt. Und das gibt's aber. In diesem Spiel habe ich den noch nicht gesehen bisher. Vielleicht kommt's ja noch.
Captain, do you have a moment?
For you? Certainly. Clive, wasn't it? Thank you for last time. How can I help you?
I wanted to ask you about the Duke of Oriflamme. Do you intend to go along with his plan?
But to tell you the truth, I'm in two minds. It's my sworn duty as a captain of the Imperial Army to obey his orders. But I can't say I agree with him.
Philippe, I remember you saying that you became a soldier to protect the people you loved. The Dame included.
That's right, I did.
Well, she doesn't agree with the Duke's orders either. She thinks they could tear Northreach apart.
And she's probably right. Thank you, Clive. I know what I need to do now. Protecting the people I love is what matters. Doesn't matter how. Well, duty calls, so I better go. Thanks again.
It seems Philippe wants to do the right thing at least. I expect Isabel will be pleased to hear that, if nothing else.
Ah, Clive. How did you fare? Were you able to speak with the Duke?
I was, but...
So Northreach is to be a fortress after all. Well, it will certainly help to hold back the thralls. There's no denying that. Though I doubt it will come as much consolation to the townspeople whose worldly goods are confiscated to pay for it. They deserve to be heard, Clive. To have a say in this new empire the Duke means to build.
Sadly, His Eminence values their obedience more than their opinions, and hopes to reassert the authority of the state. I fear he sees the people as mere pawns on his chessboard to be sacrificed for the greater good. Needless to say, they themselves are of a different opinion, and would rather their destinies were in your hands. The soldiers, meanwhile, are content to follow their orders. And not just because of the Duke's rank, but because of his vision.
I thought as much. Had I sworn to protect Sanbreque, I dare say I too would want nothing more than to see it rise from the ashes. Thank you for trying. but the battle is lost.
I don't know about that.
What happened to your uniform?
I handed it in, along with my resignation. Told the lads I wished them well, but that I owe it to those I love to call it a day.
Why?
Because I realize what really matters to me. Not following some nobleman's orders for the sake of it, but protecting what I care about. Protecting Northreach. I honestly don't know when those monsters will return, but I'm certain they're not finished with us yet. And when they do come back, we need to be ready for them. We need to stand together, all of us. And with you to lead us, milady, I reckon we can do it. It was you who finally convinced me, Clive. There's no point following orders if they go against everything you believe.
Indeed.
All of us, standing together. That has always been Northreach's best hope, and one which still lies within our grasp. We have only to turn our attentions to the true enemy. Thank you, Philippe, for showing me what I must do.
Anything for you, milady. Speaking of standing together, would you mind if I borrowed a few of the lads from the Vale to help keep watch around the town? I fear His Eminence has loftier tasks in mind for the guard.
Not at all. Be my guest.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Aha.
There may be hope for Northreach yet. Especially with men like you and Philippe to champion our cause. I, for my part, shall continue to work upon the Duke, in the stubborn belief that I might still tempt him into joining hands. But I suspect I shall have to call upon your aid again. Until then, Clive.
Until then.
Auftrag abgeschlossen. Schwierige Situation hier in Nordstedt.
Despite my repeated advances, His Eminence has proven a difficult conquest. Fortunately, I am nothing if not persistent. But, be that as it may, I might yet need you to press the point.
Ja, wahrscheinlich kommen wir dann nochmal zurück auf diese Quest oder auf diese Situation.
We're still alive, aren't we?
Yeah, but only because of the dame. Will that be enough next time?
Ich will mal hier rüber gehen.
What say you then? Will you stand with me against my father? Of course we will! This is our town!
Okay, mit wem redest du?
It's heartening to see that the Guard have rediscovered their purpose.
Ich wollte mal gucken, ob ich der hier noch rumsteht.
Oh, the Vale will see to your needs.
You heard the Herald. The Emperor's dead and the Empire along with him. If we're going to survive, we'll have to do it on our own.
So, aber der ist hier nicht mehr. Der Herzog, wie es aussieht.
I left everything in the capital. What am I to do? Where am I to go?
You don't have to go anywhere. The Dame will see you taken care of.
So, okay. Dann, was ist hier? Bocklat. Gehen wir hier hin. Und ich schau mal, was der hier hat. Oh. All Shifting Sands Lie. Okay.
A fine choice. May Gilbert smile upon you.
Bin ich wieder arm.
What's happened? Guards at the gate are
So,
right on panic.
This in Twin Sides gone. Ah, Clive. You'll be pleased to know that the negotiations are progressing well.
That is good news.
Yes.
Our comrade in Randala has just sent word that the contract should be signed very soon. But I still have much and more to prepare. It's a huge undertaking moving this many bearers at once. You couldn't do me a quick favor, could you?
Feilschen die Freiheitsfrei Theodor einen Gefallen tun, natürlich.
What is it this time? More wild beasts?
Nothing like that. I just need you to go over to the caravans and ask El how long we have until the bearers arrive. Find out exactly how much faster I need to get all these supplies moved.
All right. I'll go and ask.
Thanks, Clive. I owe you one.
Auftrag angenommen. Auftrag verfolgen.
Last I heard, the contract was all but signed. Hopefully El knows when the bearers are due to arrive now.
Who needs a portal when there's nowhere left to go?
Wer hat das gesagt? Du hier? Okay.
Don't blame yourself, El. This is their fault, not yours.
I know, but...
No buts about it, all right?
Is something wrong?
Vonnie came to give me a message from our intermediary. The talks with the Republican Army have fallen through. They've reached an agreement with the Silver Peak Consortium instead. Though prices have fallen of late, we deliberately offered above the going rate to try and deter other bidders. But the Consortium offered double what we did, and the Army jumped at the chance.
And you had no opportunity to make a counteroffer?
None at all. And we were so close.
El? What's happened? I saw Vonnie leaving. She didn't look happy.
And with good reason.
But I thought we were the only ones the Fist were speaking to about the bearers. How did the Consortium even find out about this?
It's not so surprising. They have ears all over the Republic. This isn't over. The Consortium will have to sell these bearers eventually, and at the price they paid, buyers will be few and far between. I'm going to Randalar myself.
Alone? You sure that's wise?
Are you offering to be my bodyguard? How kind. Meet me at the checkpoint near the capital gates. I'll send an owl ahead and request a meeting. You go to Cashlock, Theo, and get everything ready. We've waited far too long as it is. Even if I fail to free these bearers, there will be others. Someone needs to prepare the place and keep any prowling beasts at bay.
Oh, and that's me, is it? Well, it looks like I'm following orders till she gets back from meeting the Silver Peak Consortium, who've been doing their best to undermine our scheme. She'll never join them after this, surely. No, she said it herself. She still has plans for Cashlock, even if this one falls through. She means to stay with us, then. I can't say I'm not happy to hear it, but... is this what she really wants?
You have to trust her.
You're right. It's what she wants now. And if Elle's off fighting for the cause, I should do my part too. So I bid you farewell and safe travels, my friend. I'll gather my men and leave for Cashlock. We'll make sure the place is well stocked and defended. You go to Randalar and see if you can stop my sister biting the Consortium's heads off. If she won't consider her prospects, someone has to.
I'll do my best. All right. To Randalar then. And better not keep Eloise waiting.
Okay. Oh. Es gibt keinen Schnellreisepunkt. Obwohl, warte mal, was ist, wenn ich von da unten reinkomme? Hier ist nichts zum Reinkommen. Das hat sich jetzt ein bisschen falsch angehört. Wenn ich da unten reinkomme. Darf man ganz sicherlich nicht sagen.
What I wouldn't give for a hot meal.
Looks like this is the end of the road for us.
When are they gonna let us through?
Vergessenen Schritte.
Good girl.
So, na dann rennen wir halt dorthin. Das ist auch nicht so unglaublich weit.
Straight home now. Farewell. It's so good. Farewell. I hope I didn't keep you waiting. Did you arrange to speak with the consortium?
Here they are now.
You wish to consult with me?
I did. It's about the bearers you recently purchased from the Fist. We had all but finished making arrangements to buy them ourselves. And then you stepped into the fray.
You misunderstand. The consortium had an interest in purchasing them from the very first. It was only our regard for you that kept us from bidding. But your hesitancy in accepting our offer to you suggested that the regard was not mutual. And so we resumed our business.
I did not hesitate. I am simply not inclined to make such decisions without first giving them due consideration. But what is done is done. Come then. How much do you want for them?
Alas, you are too late yet again. We rarely take on such unconventional merchandise without a purchaser in mind. The bearers belong to him now.
Who is your buyer?
A trader from across the water. A most demanding fellow, if it's any consolation. He insisted the bearers be fed, dressed, even given their own bunks for the voyage over. That's what you get when you deal with continental types.
I wouldn't know.
Oh yes, the culture on the continent is quite different to ours. They pay good money for bearers not fit for the knacker's yard, and treat them like kings. But as long as they pay...
That does sound unusual. No matter then. If they've already left our shores, there's little that can be done. Allow me to withdraw my interest. And with it, my interest in joining your organization.
My associates will be sorry to hear that.
I'm sorry you weren't able to save them.
As am I. But I only have myself to blame. He was right, you see. The Silver Peak Consortium did intend to buy those bearers before I did. Their representative hinted at a possible purchase when he came to recruit me. I feigned interest in joining them in the hope he might be encouraged to tell me more. And he did just that. As soon as he left, I sent my own offer to Randalar.
So you never...
No. I entertained the Consortium's proposal solely so I could learn more about those bearers. But I was a fool to think they wouldn't find out. I knew exactly who I was dealing with.
You tried.
I did. And if what he said was true, the bearers are to be well treated. Which is something, at least. But they deserved more. I wanted so badly to see them freed.
Eloise! Eloise! Word from Cashlock. The village is under attack. A pack of beasts have come down from the mountains, and there's a dragon at its head. Theo and the others are trying to hold them off as best they can, but the odds are against them. They need help, and fast.
Theo!
I'll go on ahead.
Thank you, Clive. I'll gather some men and join you there. Just make sure he's safe.
Hold on, Theo. I'm coming.
Please, you have to go and help him. You're my only hope. You're Theo's only hope.
Okay. Ja, dann machen wir das natürlich. Let Nick Luft.
Come on.
Ja. Nee, Moment. Nee, halt. Ich muss erst mal gucken. Hier rum. Hä? Oh, okay. Die wollten zu ihrem... wollten zu ihrem Triggerpunkt zurück. Und deswegen waren die kurzzeitig unsterblich, weil ich die zu weit weggetreten habe. Das ist lustig.
Where's Theodore?
Upriver!
He led the dragon that way to keep it from the village, but the whole area's flooded with ether.
We just have to pray he makes it out in one piece.
I can do better than that. Torgal, with me.
Theodore led the dragon upriver. God help him. I only hope he's still alive.
There's an ether flood up ahead. I know Theo's a bearer, but even he can't stay in there forever.
Okay. Kann ich hier? Nee. Schade. Jetzt aber.
Ready, go? Yeah! Where are you, Theo?
Ich dachte, da ist eine Kiste oder irgendwas, das sah irgendwie so aus. War aber gar nicht. Oh shit.
Damn it. The ether's too thick. These creatures have already turned. I can't waste any more time. I need to find Theodore before that dragon does. Looks like it's found me. This thing's turned as well. This isn't going to be easy.
Wow. nicht. Wow. Wow. Das ist schon übel. Okay. Akasischen Drachen erlegt. Ah, der war brutal.
Clive? Theodore, you had me worried for...
Oh oh.
We have to get you out of here. I think it might be a little too late for that. Bearer or no, there's only so much ether a man can take, and that Drake just wouldn't let me leave. You have my thanks, Sid, for finishing what I could not. For keeping Elle's dream. Theodore! And so will you! Theodore. Take care of my sister. Theodore, wait. Goodbye, Elle.
Einige Zeit später.
Thank you, Clive. I think I'll be all right now.
That was true bravery he showed. Leading the dragon away from the village like that. His first instinct was always to protect people. To put others' well-being before his own.
And now he's gone. Because I sent him to that place, against his will.
It wasn't against his will. He was ready to do whatever it took to show you he could stand on his own. So that you would finally be free to live your own life.
To live my own life. He never could come to terms with the choice I made.
What exactly happened? You once told me Theo was the first bearer you ever helped.
We grew up in Canva. We were born to one of the great trading houses. And I was chosen to inherit the family business. I had my father's head for figures, you see. Theo did not. While I studied the art of commerce, he played at soldiers instead. A late bloomer. In more ways than one. For unlike most bearers, it wasn't until his 15th summer that his powers awakened. My parents tried to drive him out of the house and into the care of the constables. But before they could, I took him into mine.
Theo told me something else. He clearly admired your devotion to the cause of freeing others like him from slavery. But he said you deserved a better life than this. He wanted to free you from what he called your bonds, just as you freed him from his.
I would be lying if I said I had not wondered from time to time how much easier my life might have been if I had allowed Theo to be taken and devoted myself to the family business instead. But I have never regretted the decision I made. Being with my brother meant more to me than tradition or reputation. I only had to look at him to remind myself of that night, and the choice I made, and the fact that I would make the same choice again in a heartbeat. He was never a burden. How could he even think that? If anything, I was the one who weighed him down.
You weren't, Eloise. He said it himself, that he had always been grateful to you for saving him, and that he wanted to repay you by letting you live the life you were denied. Neither you nor Theo weighed each other down. You loved one another. You did whatever was necessary to continue living your lives together, and you always would have.
You're right. All I ever wanted, all I ever did, it was so we could be together. Oh, Theo, why did you have to... I know Theo wanted me to move on, but I'm staying here at the Crimson Caravans to continue our work. We can make a difference here. We can help people, save them. I need nothing more from life than that. So I'll carry on doing what we do, ensuring that goods, people, bearers get where they need to be, bringing smiles to people's faces just like we always have, and to Theo's. Wherever he is. This is the life I have chosen. The life I will always choose.
I've made a choice of my own. To continue helping you however I can. Whenever you need it.
Thank you, Clive. Let's go on together then. For Theodore.
Auftrag abgeschlossen. Falschen um die Freiheit. Schild der roten Karawane. Das Schild der berühmten roten Karawane, Punkt. Sie hat Bockler zu ihrem Sitz auserkoren, wo sich Händler aus ganz Valistea treffen, um die 1000 Tische zu durchstöbern und ihre Waren entweder ans Dominium oder über den Kristallpass in die ganze Welt hinaus zu transportieren. Wartezeit zum erneuten Einsatz von Federwirbel um 3,3 Sekunden.
The Crimson Caravans is my family business now, and I would not exchange it for the world. I brought Theo here to be safe, and I have never looked back since. The Crimson Caravans is my family business now.
Moment.
I've never seen Michelle cry before. Is Theo really gone then? He's never coming back.
That's true, and we have to look after Michelle, just like Theo looked after us.
Eloise isn't the type to give up.
Maybe not, but she'll still need our support. We're all going to have to look out for each other now.
What's happened? The guards at the gate are right.
Okay.
This inky shroud does not portend ill weather, alas.
Haben die jetzt alle neue Dialoge? Ich glaube nicht. Waren jetzt nur die unmittelbar als der redet vor sich hin jetzt. Das waren jetzt nur die, die hier unmittelbar in der Nähe sind. Die was dazu zu sagen hatten.
Do you have any fresh water?
Tell me, traveler, do the other villages of the realm suffer as ours does, with black clouds above and starving stragglers below? Not so very long ago, moneyed merchants would scatter their coin like seed as they passed through this place. Ah, would that it had taken root.
Ja, das war wirklich eine krasse Nebenmission. Es sind natürlich nicht alle so in dem Spiel, aber wie gesagt, Leute verpassen was, wenn sie sagen, also ich mache die Nebenmission nicht, weil es zu viele sind und die alle generisch sind. Und ja, klar, am Ende haben wir auch nur einen Kampf bestritten jetzt gegen ein paar Monster und einen riesigen Drachen. Aber trotzdem hat diese Nebenmission ja so viel mehr noch erzählt. Ja. Okay, hier ist noch eine Nebenmission, Hasenjagd. Dann gehen wir schon mal dorthin.
Everything's back the way it was. I don't know how they...
Take that, you naughty thief! And that! Stop it, Renz! It's dangerous!
Okay, ich schaue nochmal hier rein.
The Town Watch and the Merchants Guild have remained united in the defense of Dalamil thus far. But we cannot be blind to the fact that having two leaderships is a recipe for division.
What we need is a mayor. One who can steer the whole town true. And I can think of none better for the role than young Lubor.
I'm glad Conrad and Natalie have put their differences aside. But if they're going to spend all day here conferring, is it too much to ask that they order more than a single drink? The caravans have sent word that the bandits are regrouping.
Let them! We'll be all right. After all, we have the town guard to protect us.
I see you've met with the bearer of the burning quill. Then you'll forgive me if I drop the pretense in your presence, my lord. I have served his grace as the Undying's contact in Dalamil for a good many years now. Indeed, it was my great honor to offer your brother safe haven here not so very long ago. Though, to my eternal shame, it seems he did not find my carrot stew particularly toothsome.
Okay. Schauen, ob hier noch was Interessantes ist.
Everything's back the way it was.
Fresh silks from the Canva caravan.
We may have bloodied the bandits' noses, Sid, but it seems we have not yet broken their spirit. Victor is helping us to keep track of their movements.
And we're very glad of his help. That man knows the desert and its dwellers like the back of his hand.
Faster, man! Your magic may have faded, but so long as you have strength in your body, you will serve me.
Are you sure about this? The desert's a dangerous place. You'd be safer in a caravan.
And slower. My bird can outrun any beast or brigand.
They won't stay scattered forever. They're already beginning to regroup.
Don't worry. There aren't enough of them to trouble us yet.
Wir haben ja so ein bisschen so eine Verteidigungslinie gebaut. Es sieht so aus, als wäre hier einiges neu, also so von den ganzen Personen, die hier rumstehen und sprechen. Ach hier, der Laden hier ist nicht mehr da.
Mustard and mandrake, saffron and sage.
My customers can't seem to get enough of these balms. Perhaps my fool of an apprentice wasn't so foolish after all.
It's that we're stronger when we stick together. And if having a mare can help us do that, I'm all for it.
Niemals soll sie vergessen sein, unsere geliebte Mutter jetzt in Brotform.
When the Fang fella took my livelihood with it. No work here for a miner anymore.
What about the town watch? Swinging a sword can't be too different from swinging a pick.
Come, travellers, bask in our healing waters and soothe the aches and pains of the road.
Daddy, what happened to your crystal?
It broke, Sam. And we won't be getting another.
Those damned blackguards took all my best pieces. Just my luck that we were robbed by connoisseurs.
Okay.
We need someone who can bring the whole town together. Further, maybe?
Are you forgetting about Lubor? He was the one who convinced Conrad and Natalie to join forces.
I still can't quite believe it. Lord Kupka, gone.
And all his men with him. Our best customers.
I always thought it was the blessing I'd miss if the Fang fell, not the miners.
Yes. You could always count on them not knowing the price of anything.
Gilbert, take this crystal. It's no more use than the bearer I sold to buy it. Ah, well, can always buy another. And at least I don't have to feed it.
That should be everything. Question is, where does Natalie want it all?
Nothing to report. Same as yesterday. And the day before.
Okay.
Are you looking for something in particular? Here you are. An excellent choice. Go with Gilbert.
So, da hätte ich ja meinen Rundgang hier schon fast wieder erledigt. Da komme ich nicht durch. Ja. Nur noch einmal da oben lang gehen. Was ist hier?
We need someone who can bring the whole town together.
Das ist bloß der Durchgang.
I heard it was Sid the Outlaw who tracked the Fang. But if that's true, it would mean he was the one who killed Lord Kupka too. Can you believe it?
The mighty Titan, bested by some common criminal.
I had a hell of a time getting this thing to light.
My crystal's the same. The magic's been fading ever since the skies turned.
Hat die eine Zigarette in der Hand? Aha, ganz schöner Luxus. Vielleicht, wenn es keine Magie mehr gibt, einfach aufhören zu rauchen. Das wäre eine gute Idee. Das ist vielleicht ein Zeichen, dass man aufhören sollte, wenn man nicht mehr die möglichen Mittel hat. So. Aber sieht so aus, als wäre ich jetzt überall gewesen. Oh, hier draußen. Kann ich nochmal schauen, was ist das?
We've set up barricades around the edge of town. If those bastards come hunting again, they'll get more than they bargained for.
Okay. Oh, ehrlich gesagt, ich habe Bock, da hinten nochmal drin zu gucken zu gehen. Da waren ja auch ein paar Leute, die da standen. Und das ist ja irgendwie irgendwas anderes jetzt dort. Ich hoffe, das ist jetzt nicht zu weit weg, aber es sieht ja nah aus. Ja, also manche Nebenmissionen können sich hier wirklich in die Länge ziehen, sind sehr, sehr ausgiebig. Was jetzt kein negativer Kritikpunkt sein soll. Ich finde das ganz geil. Achso, hier ist niemand mehr. Wow. Hier wird man hier einfach von denen überrascht. Frechheit. Deswegen sind hier keine Leute mehr. Na gut, dann gehen wir dorthin. Und was das dann für eine Nebenaufgabe hier ist, für eine Nebenquest, das, Moment, hier nochmal.
Stop it, Renz! It's dangerous!
Hier wollte ich nochmal schnell gucken, bevor ich die Episode beende.
Everyone round town saying Master Lubo's going to be the new mayor. Well, there's no doubting he's the best man for the job. But you'd think he had enough on his plate already.
Vielleicht ist das ja auch die Nebenmission, dass wir ihm helfen sollen, jetzt hier ja, Bürgermeister zu werden. Oder Stadtrat oder Dorfrat oder was auch immer. Aber was hier passiert mit dieser Nebenmission, das erfahren wir erst in der nächsten Episode. Also schaltet wieder ein. Bis dahin. Ciao.